Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Travels with Dottie, coming to you from Eagle Nest, New Mexico for the summer. And that is just, oh, we don't need that light on. It is just 30 miles as the crow flies south of the Colorado border. And it's foggy this morning, so I could turn the camera, but you can't see the lake. You can see a little bit of the green, but not the lake because it's foggy outside at 46 degrees. Um, Good sleeping weather for sure. I thought I'd take a few minutes this morning and I'm going to read some comments, starting with the most recent. It was just an hour ago and work my way back for a few minutes. I have an appointment in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to try to keep it under that. How's that sound? Patty Coretta says, I look forward to each video of your daily adventures. I find myself checking for the next video every morning. Your scenic, descriptive journeys have me considering New Mexico as my home base. Hugs to Dottie and George. I hope this little guy is feeling much better. Um, Thank you so much for those kind words. I was shown a lot of Mexico the past couple of summers, but there's so much more I haven't even seen. So it's an amazing. Do I have schmutz on my shirt? I've been wrestling with George a little bit this morning. Not wrestling, but I had to move him. He's still trying to get out of the trailer because he got used to it down in Artesia. So up here, he's wanting to roam free, and that's not a good idea here with like coyotes and bears, with all the lions and tigers and bears out there. Anyway, let's keep going. My summer campsite in Eagle Noon, and I just did a short of what the campsite looks like, and Nav says beautiful views. Now on my road trip to Eagle Nest Summer Paradise, that was a 70-minute video, and it actually did very well. And I got only one minor complaint about the length. He said, I love the video, but it was a little long. It's like, I love the food. There was just too much of it. So like in a restaurant, if it's too much, you can save some for later. You can do that. Nash says, what a wonderful drive. Thanks for the ride to Eagle Nest. So beautiful. I understand why you return every year. Wish I could be, wish I could be, enjoy, safe journey, big hug to Dottie and George. And I did a video on my first day in Eagle Nest. King for a Day says we enjoyed shopping in those little mom and pop businesses. Angel's Attic is a great place to pick up all kinds of items for cheap, and proceeds go to a charity. Yeah, I'll be there more than once this summer. Amazing deals to be had if one happens to be there at the right time. My road trip. Deb says, Deb. Well, I bet you heard that because that had my microphone on it. Sorry about that. Deb says, I don't comment often, though I do watch many videos, but the beauty of that drive really makes me want to hop into my vehicle and take a road trip. New Mexico is definitely the land of enchantment. I also enjoy your commentary. Glad you made it north safely. I look forward to your videos around Eagle Nest. And on the first day, Judy Harris says, the kitchen shop looks like a fun place to shop in. It certainly is. When you get back to Artesia, check out Honey Depot on Hermosa, close to First Street. I think you would like it. And around Christmas, they have an added room open with a lot more nice and fun things in there. Well, I certainly will when I get back there in the fall. On my city tour of Artesia, Susan says, so glad to hear you can walk without pain. Thanks for showing me Artesia. It's all I can do not to jump in my little Toyota Prius C and set out driving to New Mexico from Maine. I figure I'd take out the passenger seat. I'd have room for a bed. I'm only half kidding. Seriously, I've been thinking about it. I see all these YouTube videos where people have converted tiny cars. I figure along with a tent, I could do it. I love my little blue car. Nikki Delventhal. Nikki Delventhal is a YouTube channel. It's a woman in her 30s that has a gorgeous decked out camper van and 2 dogs, and she's got it made. But she tells the story. She didn't start that way. She started in I think she said an 18-year-old Prius. And that's all she had. And she could barely afford that. And she started a YouTube channel and worked her way up. On my positive news video, AA turns 90 years old today. Joyful Artist says, my lucky friends are headed to the international. I've been sober since AA turned 50. Joyful Artist, that means you 40 years sober. You got me beat. Let's see. Sandy Gannon, I love all the flags. I wish everyone would fly a flag. The Dusty Cat Travels. It's Founders Day on the AA turns 90. Yeah, they call it Founders Day. First day in Eagle Nest, Jesse Underwood says, thanks for sharing the video. I love northern New Mexico. So beautiful. First time I was in Eagle Nest about 30 years ago, I had a green chili hamburger. Oh my Lord. It was to die for. Need to make the trip back up there soon. Thanks again. Enjoy. Be safe and God bless. Last summer in the little town square, they had a huge chili cheeseburger cook-off contest. And the chef in the saloon right on Main Street there won. So he's got a good one. And I know my friend Frugal RV Gal travels all over New Mexico trying chili cheeseburgers, and she's the expert on them for sure. Pete Diaz, love the kitchen store, friendly people and great stuff. You always find the best mom and pop places. You get 5 stars again. I can't wait for tomorrow's video. Richard White says, great friend. Thanks. Thanks, bro. AA turns 90. Muskego Land says 4 years sober on April 1st. Well, congratulations. It's an accomplishment. How I travel full time with pets. Sandra M. Martin, I think, is great. Says great video. How to find an RV home base secrets. Marie says great info. Thank you. And first day in Eagle Nest. Thomas Peter says, I am jealous, sir. Sandy says, love it, all of it. Let's see. Notice I'm not reading all of them. If I did, this would run way too long. Oh, I like this one. Natalie Ziegler says, hi, Rob, Dottie, and George. I'm one of your younger viewers. It's rare, but we have them. And welcome. I love seeing your daily videos. I know the artist that did the mural in Artesia. He also did the mural in Carlsbad, Ruidoso, and several other cities in New Mexico and Texas. I have a place in Ruidoso, and I'm looking forward to more videos in New Mexico. Wish you well and can't wait to join the nomad lifestyle eventually. Well, thank you, Natalie. First day in Eagle Nest. Gary says, love watching your videos. Keep up the great work. Let's see. Pup Camper 58. Hey, Cheryl has a heart for that one. Yeah, it's funny. On AA turns 90, I misspoke and I said it was Bill and Bob. Bill Wilson and Bob Smith founded AA, and I said Bill Smith. I said Bill Smith instead of Bob Smith. Shame on me. Let's see. Nomadic Artist says, how do you like your electric bike? I love it. It's my second electric bike, and the only reason it's my second is I bought the first one years ago, their initial one, and I bought that, and I loved it. The only thing was, this phenomenon occurred as I got older. It got heavier, and having to lift it in and out of my truck became more and more of a chore. So when they came out with a light model, I bought the light model, and without the battery, it's only about 40 pounds. So I can easily lift it in and out of the back of my truck. So it doesn't go as fast. It's not as big, but I love it. I just love everything about it. So that's the answer to that question. And their customer service is great. When stuff goes wrong, they fix it. They just make things right. Even stuff that's my fault, they've fixed. So, and I am still trying. Part of the problem is I have a little tiny screen to monitor, and I can't really see when there's a bunch of stuff on my shirt until it's too late and everything's uploaded and I see it on the big screen and I go, oh my Lord. Half a Dottie and a quarter of George are sitting on my are sitting on my black t-shirt. It's so much easier when I wear the gray ones. I don't need to worry about it. You just can't see anything. But apologies if I haven't cleaned that up enough. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Well, we're almost out of time here, but I will say more rain here the first couple of days than I was expecting at firstly, especially that's the 5-minute warning for my appointment. The first day it just rained all day long and I got mud everywhere, and good timing to go into town yesterday and buy a mop. I needed it, but everything's all spick and span and clear and clean. I think there's enough line here I can show George and Dottie. Hang on, let's turn this around and move the thing down. There's George. Do I have enough slack for Dottie? Dottie! Hey, puppy dog. There she is. There's Mr. George. So now you've seen everybody. So this isn't going to be today's long form video. This is just a little bonus. I have another long form. I'm 2 ahead. I've got 2 videos ahead, and I'm going to shoot another one because when the weather gets nice today, I'm going to ride the bike into town. And I'm certainly going to put the action camera on my chest and record that. But today I have how to find an RV home base. A couple of secrets, at least one secret on how to do that, because as I've been talking about my home base, I had many people saying, hey, how can I find a place like yours, or how can I, where do you look? Well, today's video will answer that question. And tomorrow I took a trip to Angel Fire to go to the hardware store and the grocery store and the Family Dollar, and I even took a swing through the Vietnam Memorial and Museum. I didn't do a full tour. I just went through to show you the duplication of the wall, which is outdoors, and I just showed that from a distance. But I certainly will go back there this summer and do a new detailed tour of the whole place for you. So in this one is just a little bonus, reading some of the comments. Take care, and I'll see you really soon.